Melbourne, make some noise! From the muddy banks of the Brisbane River, it's the music trivia show sensation, Not On Your Radar! Please welcome your host, Mr. Aimon Clark!
Welcome to Not On Your Radar! This is our fourth ever show here in Melbourne, fourth ever sold out show in Melbourne. Thank you very much. Stunning. Make some noise if you've been to one of these shows before. Okay. Make some noise if you've never been to one of these before, you don't really know what to expect, you've got no idea who I am. Rude, okay. My name's Aimon. I was in a band for many years. I started a trivia company about 9 years ago in between tours because it was my true passion. In 2020 I started like a trivia lockdown stream which allowed me to connect with a lot of people in Melbourne because you guys are obsessed with lockdowns. Bless you. Some of them here tonight, I'm pretty sure. I know there's a lot of them. Thank you, stunning. And 5 years ago I started Not On Your Radar in Brisbane in like a tiny little beer garden. Over the years it's grown and grown and finally we've been able to bring it here to Melbourne to be with you lovely people. Everything you'll see tonight was written by me and edited somewhat shoddily because I'm obsessed with trivia. I truly live to trivia. It is a curse. But enough about me. We've got one of the best lineups we've ever had tonight. Let's bring them out. I'll tell you a little bit more about how the show works. First up, we've got the crafty Queen of Brisbane, Lisa in the Grades. She's played Splendor in the Grass 4 times. She tries to make a guy jealous by sending herself flowers. Hodgson. Next up is the most salt of the earth member of Auntie Donna. Can you move to the left a bit? I can't see them. Thank you. No, to the other side. Has shows on Netflix, ABC's done massive sold-out world tours. He got fired from his job at a cheese factory on the first day. Broden, and rounding it out on Team Patience is the comedy gremlin. She recently competed a run of her Tabitha Booth shows. She was awarded Best Newcomer at the 2020 Melbourne Comedy Festival. She recently smashed her appearance, so thank God you're here. It's Frankie McNair! We've got the Australia's favourite original nasty judge. He worked at cult record label Creation Records, and he's worked with Pearl Jam, Celine Dion, and me. We've got a podcast together. I love him very much. It's Dicko, Dickson! Next up, Australian broadcasting legend, starting at Triple J in 2005. She's in the middle of a massive tour of live shows for a podcast, Bang On. She's the host of the fantastic Take 5 with Zan Rowe, and she used to work at Australia's busiest petrol station. It's Zan Rowe! And our final guest is a stand-up comedian, television host, and athlete who has represented Australia. He wants to show completely in the nude with aggro. He's perhaps the reason we're all here tonight. It's Adam Hill! Tell you about how the show works. So it's like a live version of a panel show, none in particular, just a live version of your standard panel quiz show that's music trivia based. It's something the Australian media landscape has never seen before. And if that show does exist, and for some reason I'm blanking on it, we got Adam Hill, so it's going to be sick. All right. So basically, like I said, live version of a panel show. Think of it like Would I Lie to You, but music trivia, for example. And the cool thing is you guys get to play along too. Now, I know it has the mechanics of a trivia night, but it's more of a show. So try and show the guests some love. Try not to talk over them. I know it's difficult when you're not facing each other. I should say this has never been a problem in Melbourne. It's purely a Brisbane issue, but we're working on it.
We're more cultured here. This is, the laneway.
I'm learning. I wore my Solomons too to fit in, so no one about
welcome.
You can get as involved in the competition as you want, or you can just sit back and enjoy the show. As long as you feel passionately about the team that you are representing. Because this side over here is linked to Team Patience. This side over here is linked to Team Dicko. Yes, around the middle here. If you're in the middle, give it up for Team Patience. What about Team Dicko? Like I said, if you're in the middle, you get to choose which one you want to be on. So they're playing against each other. They're not playing against you. Whichever side wins, their side of the room gets 3 extra points on their score. I know. So you want to be showing them some love and some support. Your fate might be in their hands tonight. It might not. It could. Let's go back. Let's get into the show. But firstly, can you give me the Blur song 2? Woo! That's pretty good. Okay. Give me the Lil Jon. Yeah! Give me the Disturbed. Ooh, ah! You've been practicing since last November. Thank you. Oh, and of course, can you please give it up for our musical extraordinaire, Simeon Latour, coming to Melbourne. Oh, he is good. All right, I've got a question for the panel. I'm going to ask them all. We're going to do things a little bit differently this time. Have you met a personal hero, and how did it go? We'll start with you, Patience.
Well, so they're no longer a personal hero, and I don't even know if I would qualify them technically as a personal hero. But many years ago in Los Angeles, I got to go to a radio show and it was hosted by a really cool guy. Like he was a really cool dude, had like a real retro vibe, and it was Danny Masterson. And that's response, the correct response. And but I mean, I knew something was off before everybody else, because I would like to say that when we were doing the interview, he was chewing a lot of chewing tobacco, and he had a really tall, clear water bottle, and he kept going and spitting into it, and it was revolting.
He's the monster from that 70s show.
That's the one.
And the vibe has been set.
Yeah. So we were there, and then he was saying like, "Hey, there's going to be this there's this like really sick thing happening in Los Angeles tonight. You should come along. It's like this phone is getting launched and Beck is playing." And I was like, "Oh, yes, that'd be amazing." He's like, "I'll put you on the door." So I got put on the door, went along, and it was amazing. There is a room. It was so much smaller than this. I'm going to say there was like 80 people there, and Beck is playing on stage. I was second. It was like there was me, there was a lady with beautiful hair, and then there was Beck. And the lady with beautiful hair, guess what? That was his wife, who I also had a crush on because she's Giovanni Ribisi's sister. Oh, also an actress. So I was there. I'm just like, holy shit, this is crazy. Looking around, and I started noticing celebs, but I started getting a vibe. I was like, this is a serious Scientology vibe. And then so I started asking like the other members of the Greats. I was like, can you have a quick Google? Is full-on Scientology. Then I just had a lot of anxiety for the rest of the night because I have a very weak mind. And that shit can happen to weak minds if you don't pay attention. So I spent a lot of the rest of the night not enjoying myself, being like, don't let him get in.
Broden, have you met a personal hero?
Sean McAuliffe is notoriously, he's very reclusive, and he stays over in Williamstown and doesn't come over. And he was, for my comedy group, he was a huge influence, and no one ever met him in the comedy scene. And one day we were performing at Max Watts, and the only way to get on stage is through the crowd. So Joel Creasy was on stage, and we were on next. And we're standing in the back of the room stretching. And then Sean McAuliffe just walked down and went, "Oh, Broden, I'm coming to your show." And I was like, "What the fuck?" And then Mark saw him as well, and we're like, "Don't tell Zach, because Zach can't perform in front of his parents, or he just freezes up." So like, if Sean McAuliffe, who is his idol, sees him, we're fucked. And so he came out of the tour and was like, "I'll see you later." And then he went up the stairs and walked around a corner. I just said, "Hello, Zach." And then Zach just walked down and pissed his pants. And then he sat in the only lit seat in the show, row 2. And And then his sons were fans, we found out later. And so he lined up in the meet and greet to meet us. Sean McAuliffe lined up in the meet and greet. And then he got us into Scientology.
I had some guesses. I was going to play this clip just because I think it's funny. You and Weird Al.
So we thought we would, take advantage of knowing you a little bit and get you to help us write some song parodies. The first one, Tears for Fears, Everybody Wants to Rule the World. And,
okay.
Guacamole and some chips, tasty cheese and also salsa. Everybody wants nachos for lunch.
Okay. So we made a show in the US. We got a Netflix show in America because no network over here would fuck with us, quite rightly. And every famous... We asked so many famous people to be in it, and we had... I think John Krasinski said, I'd rather cut my cock off than work with you guys. That's not real. I'm lying. He didn't say that. But we got one message from Weird Al Yankovic, and he said, "Can I please be in the show?" And then he came with all his lines learned and was the most beautiful man. And now he sends us Christmas cards every year.
And Frankie, have you ever met a personal hero?
My Lord and Saviour Jesus Christ. No, I was trying to think of a funny one, but I can't. It's probably Broden. Because in 2016, I saw their show. Yeah, it's about you. It's an intervention. I saw Auntie Donna. I hadn't heard of them. And I saw them in Canberra with my friend, and we just watched three men be very silly for an hour. And we were like, we gave them money to be silly for an hour. You can make a job out of this? And then I started doing comedy. And then I waited in the little line for the meet and greet, and I had bright blue hair, and it was in a pixie cut, and I was even more bisexual than I am today. And then I just met, and then we became friends. Are we friends? Can I say that? Okay,
and then you were nominated for Best Show last year, weren't you, at the Comedy Festival?
2022.
Yeah.
And then, I got nominated for I won Best Newcomer, and then, thank you. And it's just been very life-changing.
And now you're Not On Your Rider together. Wow. Team Dicko, have you ever met a personal hero and how'd it go?
I do sometimes regret spending my gap year backpacking with Prince Andrew. Arctic Monkeys. I fucking loved the Arctic Monkeys when that first album came out. And I was at Splendor when they were playing. I met their manager and I said, your band has revitalised my love of rock music after major labels on Australian Idol. And he went, really? Why don't you come and tell the lads? I went, I went in there and he said, here's Dicko. And the band spent the next 2 minutes not getting their head around my name, Dicko. What, Dick? What, Dick with an O at the end? Dicko? Did you hear him right? Was it Dicko? And I just fucking crumbled into a tiny little pile of dust and walked out like a little lad wearing shorts. Heartbroken.
Should have just said my name's Ian, maybe.
Why the fuck didn't I think of that? Yeah.
Zan, have you ever met a personal hero? I've actually got a guess. Was that one of them?
Oh my god.
No, I feel like that's real hectic energy to say the Paul McCartney story. So yeah, I mean, he's alright. I'll never forget him saying in his Liverpudlian accent, "Come on, Zan!" It just circles around me just before I go to sleep every night, and I'm ready for bed. But I was just thinking, I've had a great privilege to meet a lot of personal heroes in my life, and some of them have been highlights and some of them have been disappointments. But one person that's always kind of confused me and delighted me is Jack White. One of the first times I ever met him, because he's a strange cat, and one of the first times I ever met him was, for years I would go to the South by Southwest conference in Texas, and I got an interview with him. It was a face-to-face. It was at this glorious kind of gilded hotel on the main street. It was in a room that was set up in the hotel, and it was basically this elaborate room, and then I was just going to set up with my shitty little recorder and then have a chat with him. And there was this massive bar in the corner of the room, and he's got his back turned to me, and I'm just there fumbling with all my notes and stuff, and he's making a drink. I'm like, this is so weird. I'm just sitting here with Jack White. It's like one of my heroes. And then he says to the wall, "Are you with child?" And I'm like, what the fuck? I've been eating a lot of Texas barbecue, but like, what a thing to say. And then he turns around and he's just like lit this giant hoagie, like massive cigar, just lights it up. He's like, "I just wanted to check." And he just like lights up this cigar in the middle of a room. I'm like, am I in fucking the 2000s or the 1930s right now? And then we had this great chat. He was very delightful. I always call him a used car salesman. He reminds me of a used car salesman in the best of ways. And it was just this, like, I'll never forget that moment of being in the room with him. But then I've met him subsequent times, and every time I meet him, it's just as weird. Like, I don't expect him to remember me, but he's just weird. Like, I saw him a couple of years ago when I was at his Third Man Records studio in Nashville, and I was interviewing Keith Urban for the TV show, but he just happened to be there because it's his job, it's his workplace. And I'm walking through the hallways, and he just walks on the other side. He's like, "Hi there!" Again, like the fucking used car salesman. Big Detroit energy. And I just, you know when you say hi to someone and you're trying to be cool, but your voice betrays you? I just went, "Hi!" So Jack White and I are best friends now.
And are you with child? I never stopped thinking that.
Are you with child? Also just such a 1930s thing to say.
I know.
Are you with child? I was offended and then delighted all in about 10 seconds.
I was hoping you were going to say every time he's seen you since, he's like, "How's the kid?"
And Adam, have you met a personal hero? Oh, actually, I've got a guess for you too. Was that one of them?
Yeah, do you want that story?
Yeah, sure.
Because all of my other like personal hero stories, I was going to say Weird Al Yankovic, and I was going to tell how I met him on Spicks and Specs, and we became good friends, and he sends me Christmas cards every year, but I realised that's not that fucking special.
I saw you on the CC. I saw you.
Did you get one? I got one from him, a birthday message a couple of years ago, and it was a full-on musical number. And it started with, "Oh, hey, Adam, just, I've noticed something, and I thought maybe," and then he like pulls out a little kazoo and goes, and then like a full band appears behind him. And he goes, "It's your birthday, and I realised it's basically you can pay to get one, and he just puts your name in there.
Wow, no, that's incredible.
But
It's $100 on Cameo.
So that was going to be, and then it turns out you can't say Danny Masterson's your hero anymore, so... Although I thought you were going to say, the first time I heard about your band, The Greats, I was in LA with my wife, and we were there was one of those late night diners that was open till 4 o'clock in the morning, and she spied, there was a DJ called Rodney at the Rock. Really classic.
He hangs out at Cantor's. I know the place.
That's where it was, Cantor's. We were in
Yeah.
Cantor's. And my wife went over to talk to him, and he went, "Where are you from?" And she said, "Australia." And he went, "Oh, do you know the Greats? They're amazing." Like that, and I was like, "Holy shit, we've got to track this band down." All right, so do you want to talk about? And then I was going to talk. A couple of months ago, I met Paul McCartney's brother.
Is he as lovely?
Paul McCartney's brother was in a band called The Scaffold, who you might know. And they had a song that was #1 that was, "Thank you very much for the entry, and thank you very much, thank you very, very, very much, you know, from like the Cadbury
The
Rose
Roses
ad.
chocolate song, yeah.
Yeah. And I interviewed him on stage, and he told a story of how he came up with that song. And he refers to Paul McCartney as our kid, like my brother. But he said, so Paul McCartney had sent him a Nikon camera for his birthday. And so he rang Paul, but he said Paul never answered the phone in case you were a crazy fan. He would just pick up and wait for you to talk. And if you said, "Hey, it's me, Mike," he'd go, "Oh, hey." And if you were a crazy fan, Paul would pretend to be a Chinese takeaway. So Mike rang Paul to thank him for the camera. Paul McCartney picked up. There was a gap, and Mike just ad-libbed, "Thank you very much for the Nikon camera. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very, very much." And then hung up and went, "Fuck, that's a song." He's like, we've become really good friends.
I had no idea that McCartney's made so many hits. That's incredible.
And Lily the Pink. You know the song, "We'll drink a drink to Lily the Pink, the pink, the pink, the saviour of the human race. For she gave us medicinal compound, most efficacious in every case." That was Paul McCartney's brother.
I said backstage, I'm on the old fucks tape. I don't know what either of you are talking about.
I prefer to call it the seniors discount table, actually.
Yeah, not only are our references ancient, but I've waffled on for 10 minutes. And then there was the time I met the Muppets. Wonderful. So that one that I met. So I was at the Montreal Comedy Festival, and the gala was being hosted by the Muppets. And I went, well, I had a routine about the Swedish Chef. So I went, oh, great, this is perfect. I'm going to do my stand-up bit about the Swedish Chef. So the Swedish Chef was the act before me, did his whole, threw the spoons up in the air, left the stage. Kermit the Frog introduced me. He's like, here he is, Adam Hills. And so, but I walked out on stage, and as I walked out, one of the Swedish Chef's spoons was still on the stage. So I picked it up and put it in my jacket pocket and went, well, I'm having that. And then I did my whole 5 minutes about the Swedish Chef and about how much I love the Swedish Chef. And as I came to leave the stage, the Swedish Chef came out onto the stage, reached into my pocket, pulled out the spoon, smacked me with it, and then went, ooh, okay, and then gave it back to me. And then the maddest thing was that night, I then walked off stage, there were like 10 people all dressed in black applauding. And I was like, wow, the roadies enjoyed the gig. And then I realised, oh no, they're the Muppet handlers.
The Muppets are actually just real? Don't do that.
No. So I then had this weird night where I went out to drinks with all of the Muppet handlers. All of the Muppet handlers, but there was one person at that gig, a wrestler by the name of Mick Foley.
Whoa!
Right?
Mankind!
Yeah. So Mick Foley, I'm in the bar having drinks with all of the Muppet handlers, one of whom, by the way, is the original, was the original Gonzo from back in the day, but was also the voice and the puppet of Claude the Crow on Shirl's Neighbourhood, the Australian TV show. Bit of trivia for you.
That's a Dicko table one, that is for sure, yeah.
So I'm at a table with all of the Muppet puppeteers, and Mick Foley walks up and goes, oh, hey, Adam, I saw your show tonight. I thought it was great. I said, oh, come and have a drink with us. And all of the puppeteers are like, who's the homeless guy? And he's like, who are the fucking idiots all dressed in black? And I went, oh, these are the Muppet puppeteers. And he went, holy shit! And I went, oh, and that's Mick Foley. And all the puppeteers went, oh my God! And I ended up, God, I could still...
That's heaven.
I ended up being invited to the Muppet Show movie when they made the Great Muppet Caper. And I sat under the floorboards during a scene while Fozzie Bear would go over and do a scene and then come back and ask for my notes. Wow! So Fozzie would go over and come back and go, hey Adam, do you think I should be more camp in the next scene? I'm like, yeah, that'd be fucking awesome, go and do that. So yeah, it turns out I'm now friends with the Swedish Chef.
I love that you thought you got away with stealing a spoon because the Muppet was gone, but there was 3 guys in black sitting out at the table just watching. Can we give it up for Team Dicko and Team Aimon? Let's get into the quiz. It's the same rules as always. Obviously, no phones, no cheating, spelling doesn't matter, no yelling out, of course. Write Dicko or Patience at the top of your answer sheet right now to show which side of the ring you're Dicko or Patience, and write your team name on every answer sheet. So one of our fantastic sponsors, Jamison, is with us tonight. We're giving away a bunch of Jamison, and there are $10 cocktail specials tonight. We're also giving away a bunch of tickets to the Human Love Quest and a bunch of beers. Thanks to our friends at Web Brewing.
While they're doing that, Brian Henson came to our show in LA.
Brian?
He comes, and he's married. I met his wife, and I was like, you look very familiar. And she's like, oh yeah, I'm in Ferris Bueller. And she's like, you're the hot girl from Ferris Bueller? And I didn't care about puppets anymore. I was like, you know what's, I forget her name. Have you, yeah.
Sarah.
That'll do.
That's the power of being a little bit silly. If you're a little bit goofy with it, you're gonna get the hot woman from Ferris Bueller.
Yeah, oh my God.
Oh my gosh. It didn't work out.
Write that down.
Didn't work out for aggro, I don't think. Okay, let's get into it. Round 1. Question 1. Both Lee Kernaghan and Thin Lizzy had hit songs about boys that are where? Both Lee Kernaghan and Thin Lizzy had hit songs about boys that are where? Alright, people seem pretty on top of that. Question 2, this is for 2 points. Which two hit songs from the 1970s mention thunder and lightning and rhyme it with frightening? Two hit songs from the 1970s, big songs, mention thunder and lightning, specifically thunder and lightning, and rhyme it with frightening. Make sure it's got thunder in there too. Alright, question 3. Which one-hit wonder was about a girl cheating on her boyfriend called Vitorino with his two friends? Which one-hit wonder was about a girl cheating on her boyfriend called Vitorino with his two friends? Alright, I've got a few little games planned for the panel tonight. Let's ease them into the show with, is this a rapper doing an ad-lib or a rapper riding an amusement park ride? So ad-libs are what the rappers do under the track, like, yeah, what, okay, here we go, so it's pretty good. So,
you sounded so white there.
Here we go, I sound like Bloody Mario. Okay, we're going to start with Team Patience. Here it is. Is this a rapper doing an ad-lib or riding an amusement park ride?
Ooh, ah, ooh, ah.
What do you think?
It's a rapper.
It's Travis Scott and Antidote.
Yeah, it's definitely a rapper. Dope.
Sounds better with auto-tune. Okay, alright. We're going to throw it over to Team Dicko. Is this a rapper doing an ad-lib or a rapper riding an amusement park ride?
Get it!
Gotta be an amusement park ride.
Has to be.
Consensus?
Yeah.
It's DMX riding a slingshot.
Get it!
At the end, he realizes the camera's there. It's kind of cute.
Cheeks up! Yo, cheeks up! We had a stone cold ice face. We had an ice grill, like we was scared. Yes, exactly. Camera right here.
Well done. And if you're wondering too, I've used the computer to simulate what it would be like for Travis Scott to ride an amusement park ride. Computers, isn't it? Wow. Question 4 is an audio question. I need you to identify the songs from the Simi version. So our band leader Simi is going to do versions of 4 different songs. He'll play them twice, 4 of them for 4 points. Please take away when you're ready. Question 5. The only #1 alternative chart hit in the States, which Hoodoo Guru song begins with the line, "What is it you want from me?" Which Hoodoo Guru song starts with the line, "What is it you want from me?" And we've got a special little drop-in from a comedian who is a big part of the Not On Your Rider family. He's doing his show at the Melbourne Comedy Festival. Please welcome to the stage, Aaron Gox.
Hey guys, how are you? Yeah, thanks for having me. I love Not On Your Rider. I love it so much. I've written a poem for Not On Your Rider. Can I read it for you? It's one of those ones, I don't know what it's called, but each letter.
A cross stick poem.
Yeah, what is a cross stitch or something. Okay, so N for Not On Your Rider. No better music trivia show around. Oh, of course you won't find a better music trivia show than this one. Why? You're wasting your time trying to find a better music trivia show. Ah, really? I'm not mucking around. The best music trivia show that you will find is not on your rider. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Saints are down by 37 points.
Thank you, Goxie. You can find him doing Goxie tonight at the Catfish at 8:45. Is that right? I think. Oh, there's flyers around too. I think tomorrow night you got some special guests. It's me and Dicko on it. That's hard. Hope to see you then. Thank you, Goxie. Question 6. Elton John's song Crocodile Rock was inspired by which #1 Australian song which he encountered while touring the country in 1972? Crocodile Rock was inspired by a #1 Australian song that he encountered while touring the country in 1972. This next question is for 3 points. It's about a band that we don't normally talk about, but I started noticing a disturbing trend in their song titles. There's a band called Imagine Dragons, and they have these one-word kind of evocative titles, but I noticed that a lot of them share their names with Australian sporting teams. So which 3 Imagine Dragons songs share their names with NRL or AFL teams? I can only assume that they took their name from St George Illawarra as well. There's 3 of them. Like they've got songs like Radioactive and Thunder. Thunder is of course a Big Bash League team from Sydney. But there's 1 AFL team and 2 NRL teams that share their names with Imagine Dragons songs. What are they? Oh, while everyone thinks about this too, I've got a mini game for Adam and Broden. It's a game I come up with. It's a bit of fun. So Broden, of course, has the podcast, The Footy with Broden, which covers the AFL. Adam represented Australia at the Physical Disability Rugby League World Cup, as documented on the fantastic Growing Up the Foot. He also hosts the Channel 4 Rugby League coverage in the UK. Okay, it's a game. We had a crocodile question and a footy. It's footy player or crocodile. Oh. I'm going to give you an Australian news story from each of them. I need you to tell me, was it about a crocodile or a footy player? See how we go. Okay. In 2015, a party goer on a night out was bitten on the leg by a blank. Or we'll get both of your answers.
I'll go footy player.
Footy player?
Yeah, I'm going to go footy player as well.
It was footy player Dane Nielsen. Well done. Can you imagine a Dragons player doing that? Okay. In 2016, a blank was chased by police, eventually losing them by jumping into the Swan River.
2016 footy player?
I'm going... Oh, okay, footy player.
It was Ben Cousins, correct. The footy player. Well done.
Such is life.
Okay, I've got 2 more. In 2017, a blank got into a scuffle with an 18-year-old trying to press a girl after 10 cups of goon.
Crocodile.
Crocodile, yeah.
Both say crocodile?
Yeah.
Correct. It was this guy called Lee DePauw from Innisfail. You might remember him. He was on a night out trying to impress a backpacker, being like, yeah, the crocodiles don't attack locals, they only attack backpackers. I'll jump in the river and prove it. Immediately attacked by a crocodile. Yeah, dragged down, he poked it in the eye, and he did this interview afterwards, which I thought was a bit fun.
Dan, that most of the country thinks that you're one of the stupidest people around right now.
Yeah, I do.
What's your response to that?
I'm not really.
Oh, there you go. All right. Okay, and last one. In 1995, a blank entered a casino and urinated under the blackjack table.
Crocodile.
I'm going to say footballer.
It's footy player Julian O'Neill. His exploits could fill up a whole question.
Do you know what's sad about the way I came to football player? Genuinely, in my mind, I thought, no, crocodile wouldn't do that.
Never. All right. Well, interesting round there.
Hot.
Let's get into question 8. It's an audio question. I need you to give me the songs from the 8-bit versions. So for 4 points, just the song titles. I'll play them twice. Here we go. Everyone was all over that. Question 9. According to Joni Mitchell and Counting Crows, how much does it cost to visit the Tree Museum? How much is entry to the Tree Museum? And question 10. Everyone's on that. Sir Mix-a-Lot famously came out as a pygophile in the early 90s. What is pygophilia an attraction to? Sir Mix-a-Lot famously came out as a pygophile. Very brave. What is pygophilia an attraction to? Alright. Seems pretty confident. That is the end of round 1. So please swap your answer sheets over with the team nearby. It doesn't matter how many times you swap, as long as you don't have your own answer sheet in front of you. We'll go through and mark them together. Question 1. Lee Kernaghan and Thin Lizzy. Dicko, we'll start with you. What did you have for that one?
Back in town.
Back in town, of course. Or back, I'll take as well. Dicko, speaking of Lee Kernaghan, you've been getting quite into country music lately.
Yeah, I manage a couple of country artists, which is bizarre, because I don't even like it that much. I certainly couldn't eat a whole one, but no, it's good. I kind of like it, country, at the moment.
You've been going to a lot of country music festivals recently too, I see.
Yeah, they're good. I like country. They're very, very different country festivals.
Yeah, because I've been to, what is it, Splendor in the Grass with you. I almost called it Not On Your Radar. Splendor in the Grass with you, and it was just like kind of lads following you around going, "Oh, fucking touchdown guy!" Is it like that at country music festivals?
No, look, the country festivals are very different to mainstream festivals. There's probably the big difference is tertiary education. Also, there's a very different tooth-to-gum ratio. However, country festivals do stand an outside fucking chance of going ahead as advertised.
Yeehaw. Question 2, the 2 hit songs from the 1970s. Patience, what did you have?
Okay, we had Bohemian Rhapsody.
Correct.
And then we also heard Knock, Knock on Wood, Thunder, Lightning.
That's correct, well done.
Oh, yes.
Nailed it. Bohemian Rhapsody and Knock on Wood. You have them both, well done. Adam, I'm going to throw to you. The one-hit wonder that is about a girl cheating on her boyfriend, Vitorino.
We had the Macarena.
The Macarena is correct.
And then I asked the question, should it be 2 one-hit wonders because there were 2 different groups that had the Macarena?
You're right, there was Los Del Rio and
Los Del Mar.
Yeah.
And weirdly, so I used to work in radio in Adelaide, and I interviewed the lead singer of Los Del Mar, I think it was. And this guy came into the studio, so it was the guy that had sung the Macarena, and we were all really excited. And we got the call that he's late, but don't worry, it'll be fine. And he comes into the studio literally as we're about to come out of the ad break. And so we didn't have a time to talk to him or anything. So we came straight out of the ad break, and the DJ, Tony, said, so you must be really excited that the song has gone so well. And he just went, ¿qué? And she went, like, the song's huge around the world. And he went, no habla inglés. And the publicist was in the room and went, oh yeah, he doesn't speak English. And there was like 30 seconds of a massive pause, and then I went, hang on, I read his biog last night. It said he was fluent in 4 languages, including English. And he went, oh man, you're the first person to catch me out. And I was like, what? And he said, we do this at every interview. We turn up, pretend I can't speak English for 30 seconds just to annoy people. You're the first person to have actually read the biog.
For a second, were you tempted to just rip on him and be like, your song sucks, it's a bloody stupid dance?
I think I was close to it, and then I went, oh, hang on, pull out. He'll understand.
What a cheeky little rascal. Oh my gosh. Give me the songs from the Simi versions. We had Rosanna was the first one. Then it was 03 Bonnie and Clyde. Bonnie and Clyde's fine. Then it was Thank You by Alanis Morissette. And this last song, I looked at everyone completely like blanking on it. It was the song Two Wrongs by Wyclef Jean. Does anyone? Okay, I thought that was a big song. Never mind. They said 2 wrongs don't. It doesn't matter. It's a good song. Check it out later. They'll make it right. Yeah. I was going for a bit of a Melbourne suburb theme there. We've got Rosanna, of course. We've got Clyde. Thank You. All right. And I know it's an hour away, but there's also 2 wrong. That's the best I could do. Did you pick up on that? No, it's a little bit of fun, isn't it? Frankie, what did you have for this next one, the Hoodoo Gurus one?
Come anytime.
Yes, correct. Come anytime.
Yeah.
I'm dyslexic, so I read that and it's a little bit cursive, and my brain just went no. But I did it because I'm very brave.
Which is the theme song to Thank God You're Here, which you were on last year.
That I was on and starred on, I would say probably. Starred on. Everyone cried when I left. I was in the show. I was on the show.
What was that experience like? Was it a dream to always be on that?
It was crazy. I used to watch it when I was a kid, and then I went through the door. But I went through the door, and I was so overwhelmed and so excited that I didn't hear them say, "Thank God you're here." And so then they fixed it in the edit, but there was like a hot second where we were just looking at each other because I hadn't responded, and I was like, "You're meant to say, you're meant to say it. Otherwise, there's no point to this. What are we doing?" But the edit came out good.
You've also been on the Auntie Donna improv show, the most upsetting guessing game in the world.
The one that went for 2.5 hours before the 1.5 hour edit.
And what was the similarities there? How would you compare the two experiences?
The Auntie Donna door is a lot cheaper. And they let you swear more. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. About $4.5 million, I would say, in the budget would be the difference.
You've been doing this show at the Melbourne Comedy. You're doing one tomorrow night as well too.
Yep.
What's that been like?
We're trying to make a show that's genuinely upsetting for the people who perform it and the people watching it, and it's going great. It's been good. It's a game where we try and people have character traits and we try and make it impossible.
But they're the most fucked character traits.
Yeah.
I think...
Yeah, so like Frankie, you are Joan Kerner in 1992, managing the budget, but you're also Dan Andrews, and you're Anastasia Palaszczuk, but you don't know what a chair is, and then we do that for an hour.
A successful show.
It's really fun.
We want something that you can't explain to an audience at a trivia night, and then and makes you feel like shit explaining it. It's going really well.
Another success.
Yeah, huge success.
What did you have for the next one, Broden? The a crocodile rock.
We tried Eagle Rock.
Oh, what did you have, Sam?
Yeah. Eagle Rock as well.
Eagle Rock's correct. Well done. I guess I'll go to our footy experts for this next one. Broden, what did you have for the Imagine Dragons ones?
This was all guesses. So, Demons.
Demons is correct.
Oh, great. Storm.
Storm's incorrect, I'm sorry.
Ooh. Think of that song Lightning and Thunder, you know?
Thunder.
That's nice. That's connected to Storms.
Oh, okay.
Half point.
And we had Raiders. Canberra Raiders.
What did you have, Adam?
We also had Storm and Warriors.
Warriors is correct. Well done.
Yes!
And Sharks is another song that I've got too. Sharks.
That sounds like a bad song.
Bad song.
That sounds like a bad
Sharks.
Yeah.
I'm going to the footy for the first time on Saturday.
Yeah, great.
At the G.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is short for ground.
Oh, okay. At the ground.
You're going to have a great time.
Yeah?
Yeah. They're both bad, bogan, shithole teams, but have a great time. Port and Collingwood. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Best heckle I've ever heard. Oh, no.
Oh, dear.
These songs that we heard 8-bit versions from, we had Rock With You, we had Roll With It, we had Pop Goes the Weasel, and Let It Go. Well done if you got those. There's a bit of a theme there. First we're gonna rock, then we're gonna roll, then we let it pop, don't let it go. X gon' give it to ya, he gon' give it to ya. X gon' give it to ya, he gon' give it to ya. From the slingshot. Oh no, bless him. Zen, Zen, you've got a fantastic interview with Noel Gallagher. Speaking of Oasis,
Yes.
have you spent much time with him outside of that?
No. In fact, when we turned up to we filmed the interview in his studio, and he'd been up till 3 a.m. the night before in Manchester. It was the semi-finals of, I forget which one it was, but it was a big championship game, and he'd gotten fucked up. Thank God they'd won against Real Madrid, but he'd still driven back, or at least had his person drive him because he still doesn't have his license, and turned up at 1:30 to his studio. And the best part of this story was he was very hungover, but absolutely on time. And we'd been setting up in his beautiful King's Cross studio in London for a few hours. And my producer Nikita just opened the door to him and went, welcome, as he walks in, and he just busted past her and he's like, my fucking studio, and just walks through, makes himself a cup of tea, and we're like, all right, it's a bit of an uphill climb from here. But he was fine. It took us about 8 minutes of not asking him anything about his brother, and he knew he could trust us.
Yeah.
But no, we're not personal friends, and I was terrified of him.
I missed a massive opportunity with Noel Gallagher once. I was on... Alan Carr used to have a show in England called Chatty Man, where you would get quite drunk as you did it. And I'd been really sick that day. I hadn't eaten all day because I had a stomach bug, and then I turned up. And basically, they gave me like a glass pistol full of, I think, brandy, and I had a couple of Panadol. And so I was drinking brandy and Panadol, and I was quite drunk, and Noel Gallagher was the guest. And he told this big story about being on tour in Hiroshima and seeing Liam must have had his own clothing brand, and coming around and like going into a shopping mall in Hiroshima and seeing a life-size picture of his brother. And my brain was too drunk to go, God, haven't those people suffered enough?
Not on your rider.
And Joni Mitchell, Counting Crows. Entry to the Tree Museum is $1.50. It's $1.50. Charge people $1.50. Yeah, it's fine. And team patience. Did you know this last one? Pygophilia.
Oh, we just went with butts, but...
Oh, what did you
We
know?
specifically went with big butts.
It's just butts, but he likes them big. And he would never lie. Well done if he got that. Yes. All right, please mark that answer sheet, total up the top, give it back to the team it belongs to, double check, make sure it's marked correctly and added up correctly. We're going to have a quick 5-minute break, so grab a drink, head to the bathroom, we'll get back into it in 5 minutes. Simi's going to play us a little song. everyone on stage are in. Team Patience is on 15 points. Team Dicko is on 16 points. Anything could happen. We got 2 more rounds. I didn't really like that. Okay. Team Patience is on 15 points. Team Dicko is on 16 points. Oh, that was much better. Let's get into round 2. Question.
We haven't got a Dicko.
Wait. Question 11. Which nursery rhyme is referenced in Holiday Road and American Pie? Nursery rhyme referenced in Holiday Road and American Pie. Alright, question 12. This is going to be 4 answers for 4 points. It's, you know those memes you've heard on Elf on a Shelf? How about this on this? I need you to identify the musicians and what they're on. So for example, we've got, what's that? It's Midnight Oil on Susan Boyle. Okay. These are just some example ones to get us ready. So what about this one?
Broden on Broden.
It's Broden Kelly on a Rodent's telly. This one I had lots of options with. What about this?
Zan Rowe with a Van Gogh mango.
Yeah. Yours was actually incredibly difficult to do, but I managed to do it. You know, there's a makeup brand called Madam, and they've got a product called The Peel. It's Adam Hill on the Madam Pills. I know I should have just skipped that one. And here's the last one.
Oh yeah. Frankie McNair on Ric Flair.
But look at his hands.
Oh.
It's Frankie McNair on a lanky Ric Flair. Okay. You guys are good. Okay. So here's the ones for the question. Here's A. What is this? You've heard on Elf on a Shelf. How about this? Alright, here's B. Alright, here's C. And this is the most absurd one. We'll see how you go. D. Alright, let's move forward. Question 13. Which musical premiered in the 1960s and takes place at the Kitty Cat Club? Musical that premiered in the 1960s and takes place at the Kitty Cat Club. Okay. Adam, this next question is kind of inspired by you. I know it's something that you've dealt with a bit. Last time Kate Miller-Heidke was on the show, she told a story about being on Spicks and Specs and how it was a great experience for her. And then a few years later, she was at the Adelaide Fringe. And she saw you, and she went up to you, and she said, "Hey, Adam, I don't know if you remember me. I was on Spicks and Specs. It's good to see you. How have you been?" And you said, "I'm Will Anderson." It was Will Anderson. It's an ongoing thing in your life, isn't it?
It is an ongoing thing in my life. Well, yeah, to the point where when I came out here in 2018, so. I played with the disability rugby league team in Warrington, and we came out here in 2018, and they thought it was hilarious on the flight the whole way over to just every now and again one of the guys from Warrington to just loudly shout, "Oh my God, it's Adam Hills!" And this kept going the whole trip until we were on a ferry. We went out to Manly, and this woman came over and went, "Oh my God, it's Will Anderson!" But there's one guy in our team who has cerebral palsy and possibly learning difficulties, and he's not very verbal. He doesn't really say a lot. Ever since then, he's referred to me as Adam Wills. And that's the only thing that Jeno, his name, the only thing he'll ever say to me when I turn up to training is, "Adam Wills!" And I think in his head he's just put Will Anderson and Adam Hills together and he's come up with Adam Wills.
It's pretty good. It's a good... So this next question's for everyone. It's A, B, C, and D. Is this the title of a Will Anderson show or a Will Smith album? Will Anderson show or Will Smith album? A, I've added extra L's to make it a bit sneaky. A is Willennium. B, Willuminate. C, Will Eagle. And D, Big Willie Style. So Anderson or Smith for each of those. This next question is an audio question. I figured out that Australian rock bands have a bit of a habit of putting bagpipe solos in their songs. So I was originally, you'll be upset to, some of you will be happy to hear, I was originally going to have a bagpipe player come and play them tonight, but he had to cancel in the last couple of days. So, yeah, like I said, some of you will be stoked to hear that. Simi's going to do kazoo versions of bagpipe solos, okay? Just for them for 4 points. Give me the bagpipe solos in Australian songs from the kazoo versions. Please take it away when you're ready. I think he is bloody weird, Al Yankovic. All right, never mind. Remember, call back to the kazoo earlier. Question 16 for 4 points. Oh, sorry, this is only for 3 points. According to these artists, what makes the world go round? So if I said the Bee Gees, like not having a broken heart makes the world go round in their lyrics. Okay. A, G Unit and Liza Minnelli both have songs about what making the world go round. B, Madonna and Huey Lewis both have songs about what? And C, Queen. So according to these artists, 3 answers for 3 points it should be. What do they have songs about making the world go round? Alright, keep thinking about that. We'll move forward though. For 2 points, question 17. Which 2 songs, they went to #1 in Australia in the 2000s, and they begin with the line, wake up in the morning. 2 different songs, they went to #1 in Australia in the 2000s, and they begin with the line, wake up in the morning. Alright, question 18. This is 3 answers for 3 points. We're keeping it in a similar time period. In the mid-2000s, there were 3 albums released. They went platinum multiple times, 3 big albums. They had 3-word titles. The first 2 words were back to, and the third word began with B. What were they? 3 different albums, back to B, back to B, back to B. What are they? Massive albums, 3 points. Alright, this next question, keep thinking about that though. I might need your help, Broden. So when I announced you on the show, so many people in Brisbane were very excited. They're like, oh, I hope he does the Broden voice, make him do the Broden voice. Yep. Which you don't really have a choice, do you?
Yeah, no, yeah.
So I thought, could you do story time with Broden?
Yeah.
I need you everyone to identify the song that has been turned into a story. I've got this story here for you. If you could read that out. Okay, it's quite a bit. So give me the song that has been turned into a story. That's read by Broden Kelly. Here we go.
This is the first story. Fuck. The first story is about the fleeting nature of memory and how sometimes saying goodbye is harder than it seems. Once upon a time, a midnight, dark and dreary, cooped up at home, I begin to reflect on my younger days. I find myself thinking about the solid brick building that was my old school. In my youth, I was convinced that I had better things to do than be stuck in that old, stuffy building. The only time you would ever find me enjoying a visit to school was when I would break in after hours to steal money, which I did 6 or so times. But they only caught me twice and put it on my criminal record. I suppose it is my time to say goodbye to all of that. Every other day I would skip class and visit the old arcade with my friends Joey and Kim. We ended up spending our last dollar there. Kim was the first girl I ever kissed. I remember being so nervous that I almost messed it up. I wonder where Kim is now. Is she okay? Did she have a couple of kids? Goodbye, Kim. I never did end up graduating from school. I wonder if they would let me back. Is it too late? I'm in my mid-30s now. Ah well, I suppose that is another dream I will have to let go of. It's time to say goodbye. I find myself rummaging around through old boxes spread out on my bedroom floor. I was looking for a photo of a friend and I finally found it. It's me and Joey, arms around each other. The flash seems to have passed into our eyes through the pupil and reflected off the fundus at the back of the eyeball. I can't help laughing. I laugh and laugh and laugh. Joey, what the hell is that on your head? I can't stop laughing. The laughter turns to tears. It is time. I clutch the photo close and whisper, "Goodbye, Joey. Goodbye."
That was beautiful. Thank you, Broden. Which song was that story about? Did you pick it up as you did it? All right, question 20. This is for 2 points. Which 2 hit songs from 1987 have vocal lines that start with "Oh Baby"? 2 hit songs, both from 1987. They both have vocal lines starting with "Oh Baby." One of them is a vocal sample at the start. We'll exclude that. All right, lock in those answers. Commit to what you've got. That's it. All right, that is the end of round 2. Please swap your answer sheets over with the team nearby. All right, here come the answers for round 2. Broden, we'll start with you. What did you have for the nursery rhyme?
Jack be nimble.
That's correct. It's Jack be nimble. Speaking of America and Holiday Road, since the last time we saw you, you went on a massive world tour. You stole 90,000 tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah, had 3 sold out London, is it Apollo shows?
Yeah.
And you went to Disneyland even? That was cool.
Yeah, that's true. Yes.
What was that experience like?
Well, the true story of that is our lawyer in the US is a guy called Jeff Cohen. And he happened to be Chunk in the Goonies. And he grew up to be a Hollywood lawyer. But as he says, like, now I'm a national icon. So what he has is he has a secret membership to a secret club at Disneyland called Club 33. And it gets you a private escort around Disneyland. So this is the 3 of us here. We get a private escort around Disneyland. You get put at the front of all the lines. You get taken into secret rooms that Walt Disney lived in and rooted in. And they're like, he fucked here, he fucked. It's a different thing. But yeah, so that was the end of the tour, and yeah, that was nice. But yeah, so Chunk is our lawyer. The guy does the truffle shuffle.
Yeah, the truffle shuffle. Wow.
He's cost us millions of dollars, but you know,
it's terrible.
He talks about the Goonies all the time.
What was it like doing those giant theatres too? I mean, like Queen played there, I think.
Yeah, have you played there? This is the Apollo in London.
Yeah, I only saw that one night.
Sam Campbell, the week after this, Melbourne, you know, the week after this came out, Taskmaster went on TV, and now he's the most loved. He's the most loved person. But no one knew who he was at this point, and he'd come out and he'd just do gear about Melbourne, and he just kept saying he's like, Broden's on the gear. He's using backstage. He reckons he's off it, but I know he's on it, and the crowd's just like. Talking about Daryl Summers and shit, like
That's what I remember most about this show, is Sam Campbell just getting the entire audience offside. It was good. Yeah.
Zan, what did you have for the next one, the Elf on the Shelf ones? You seemed to get them pretty quickly, I saw.
Oh yeah, this is question 12.
Yeah.
See you on a Kia.
See on a Kia is correct. Next one.
Shannon Knoll on a cannonball.
Shannon Knoll on a cannonball is correct.
Bruno Mars on Uno bars.
Bruno Mars on Uno bars.
And this one, I've got to give credit to Adam. Chrissy Amphlett on a Missy pamphlet.
That's correct.
And also to you, Aimon. Incredible.
Thank you.
How does your mind work?
I've actually got some reject ones.
Man.
I've got some reject ones if you want to have a go at them.
Yeah.
What's that?
Bon Jovi on an anchovy?
Yes. Okay, this is a really hard one.
I feel like we've got a real meeting of the mind.
I've tested this on some people. Nobody got it.
Who is that? Zoom in.
Bentley on Don Henry.
Yes. Bentley on Don Henry. And here's the last one, Adam.
Nick Cave on Mick Blades.
Nick Cave on a big shave.
Yeah, that's correct. Nick Cave on a big shave. Well done. Wow, I should have thrown them in. Frankie, what did you have for the next one? The Kitty Cat Club one.
Cabaret.
Cabaret is correct. You recently did a run at Melbourne Comedy Festival with the Tabitha Booth show. How would you describe Tabitha Booth as a character?
Okay, Tabitha Booth is a horrible woman that I have invented. She's this character I do. She's like an old Broadway lady who had a one-hit wonder called Long Fork Lady, which is a bit that I do in real life that made me not want to quit doing comedy. It's a fork on an antenna. I sing a song anyway. And then she's trying to make her big comeback show, and everything goes horribly, horribly wrong in the show. And a lot of people can't work out what's part of the show and what's actually gone wrong. Fun for me!
Is it true that you did cabaret in Canberra before you started comedy?
No, you bitch! You are! Emma Holland told you that?
Yes, 100%.
Bitch! No, I have never done cabaret. I need it. Where's the camera? Emma! I've not done cabaret!
This is a cabaret.
This isn't a cabaret!
Life is a cabaret.
Life is not a cabaret! Life is not a cabaret! It's full of nightmares! No formal training, just raw talent. Thank you.
Because I asked Emma, we've got a mutual friend, Emma Holland, who's a comedian.
Mutual enemy?
I'm sorry. I asked her for some stories and facts about you. She sent some through, and I started to think that maybe they were a bit made up.
Are you saying any more of them?
Okay, she said that Frankie still has all her baby teeth.
That's not entirely true.
At a party, you once made out with both Angus and Julia Stone separately.
No, but that's awesome. Spread that rumour.
And you played a moustache in the school's musical production of Sweeney Todd.
No, I played a Pavlova in The Magic Possum. Yeah, pretty good.
Do you have any facts about Emma Holland you'd like to tell us?
She's a rat. She's a dog. And you should see her show if you can, because she's really funny and very sweet and kind. But mainly a dog.
But also a rat dog. Okay. Question 14. The Will Anderson Show or Will Smith title. Hey, Willennium is a Will Smith album. Willuminate is a Will Anderson show. Will Legal was a Will Anderson show. And Big Willie Style is a Will Smith album, of course. Well done. Smith, Anderson, Smith. I feel like I'm in the bloody Matrix, aren't I? Oh my God.
I think that's the Wachowski family. That's how it all started.
Yeah.
You know, that was based on Will Anderson.
They saw the connection.
Probably. They played the game.
Triple J. I love it.
Dicko, did you get the bagpipe one? Are you a fan of the bagpipes?
I love the bagpipes, yeah. Got a bit of Scotsman in me. Lucky boy. Yeah, we only got two. Did we? I can't fucking read that. So we got a long way to the top.
Terrible writing.
It's a long way to the top.
We didn't get the second one. Third one was...
Roll On.
Roll On.
The second one was Under the Milky Way.
And then, of course, the voice.
It was Fall Down by Jebediah.
Yes.
It does sound like that Roll On song.
Yeah, that's where it was. I was in my wrong 90s band.
Yeah, anyway. And the last one was You're the Voice, of course. Zan, is that still a banger or is it overplayed? What do you think?
No, You're the Voice is amazing.
Yeah.
And if anybody hates it, you can go get fucked.
I completely agree.
Not our John.
No. Our Whispering Jack. G-Unit and Liza Minnelli had songs about money making the world go round. Madonna and Huey Lewis both had songs about love making the world go round. Makes the world go round. Adam, did you get the last one?
I believe for the last one we said Fat Bottom Girls.
That's correct. Fat Bottom Girls make the world go round. Speaking of Queen, get a load of this segue. You've got an MBE. Wow. Yeah, good segue. There's also a photo of you with the Queen and also Elizabeth II. What was that experience like?
That was quite remarkable. The Queen. So when you do the Royal Variety performance, you have to rehearse how you're going to meet the Queen. So in the middle of the afternoon, before anyone's even performed, you get on stage with all those people and you stand. And it was like this nuts group of people that were like Whoopi Goldberg, Anastasia, Miley Cyrus, Mika, and then it kind of came round to like Lady Gaga, me, Bette Midler. In fact, the guy next to me is a guy called Roy Walker, and then on the other side of him was Bette Midler. So you're on this ridiculous... You're just standing there with all these people. And I did try and chat to Lady Gaga a little bit, because I think... I'm trying to think whichever song had just come out at the time of hers, and I kind of said, I really like the video, and she was like... But I was like, oh, hey, I'm Adam. And she went, oh, hi, I'm Gaga. Of course you are. All I could think while I was standing there was the Mr. Bean sketch when he meets the Queen. And so I'm standing there, I swear to God, there was a 30-second pause and I looked at Lady Gaga and I went, you ever seen Mr. Bean? So we did our rehearsal and you kind of get used to it. And then on the night, the Queen comes around and I'd had this weird... I've told this story before, but and I say that because I'm not just trotting out material for you. This actually happened. It was like December when I did this, and the producers had said, you know, what material are you going to do? And I said, look, I'm going to do some stand-up about, you know, coming from Australia and having a prosthetic foot. And they said, are you going to do any jokes about Christmas? I said, why? And they said, well, will you be in Australia for Christmas? I said, yeah. And they went, and it'll be hot there, won't it? I said, yes. And they went, oh, hilarious, do that. And so, to keep the producers happy, my opening joke was, you know, Your Majesty, Your Highness, I'm here, I'm flying home to Australia first thing tomorrow so I can have a real Christmas, you know, where we get Santa and a suntan. And it got exactly what you gave it. And so I moved on, and anyway, I've got one foot. It was fine. So we're there at the end, and the Queen comes around, and she does this really weird thing where she shakes your hand, and I talked to everyone because she did it to everyone. She shook my hand and went hello, and I went hello, Your Majesty, and bowed, and then she went And I was like, oh fuck, was it that bad that she hated me? And then she stopped, and then she turned back, and then she said, the crowd were very helpful, weren't they? It's basically saying, you know, you were shit, but we got you. And I literally said, I didn't know what to say. It was in Blackpool, which is way up north, and I said, well, ma'am, I think when one makes the effort, I said one, when one makes the effort to go to Blackpool, the audience appreciates the effort one has gone to. And then she said, and then she was about to move on, and then she stopped and she said, did you fly here just for this show? And I said, no, Your Majesty, I have been here for a month or so, but I am flying home first thing tomorrow morning. And she went, oh yes, so you can have a real Christmas. I was like, oh my, she just dropped my own punchline on me. And I worked out the reason she does that thing, and because we were all talking afterwards, and everyone said, yeah, I thought she was blanking me. What she does is she does this thing where she shakes people, well, she used to anyway. I'm imagining she doesn't still. She would shake people's hands and then look at you and go, hello, and then she'd look at the next person and go, right, who are you? What am I going to say to you? Got it. And then come back to you. So then by the time she got to the next person, she'd be like, oh, hello, lovely to meet you. And then she'd look at you and go, who the fuck are you? But the best bit was, after she went past, Prince Philip walked up. And you kind of forget.
I think we're ahead of you there.
And I swear to God, he said to me, he said, hello. I said, oh, hello. And he looked down at my feet and looked up and he said, you're flying home tomorrow, are you? I said, yes, I am. And he went, oh, you could smuggle something out of the country in that leg of yours. And I was like, what? He went, yeah, bottle of gin, eh? Anyway, goodbye. And that was it.
The most amazing thing about that story is Anastasia lucked into meeting the Queen. What was Anastasia doing?
It was the maddest backstage area you've ever seen because there's no hierarchy when you're at a royal variety. It's not like, oh, it's Bette Midler and then it's Whoopi Goldberg. It's like the royals and then the plebs. And so,
Adam, why is there a comedy nun right in the background there? It's just peering over. A glittery... what the fuck is a glittery comedy nun doing there with royalty?
I can tell you why, because as part of that show, there was a performance of Sister Act. That's why Whoopi Goldberg was there.
Makes sense.
And Lady Gaga, and I think she was fucking amazing for doing this, for a number of reasons. She dressed Elizabethan. She purposely went Elizabethan because she was meeting Queen Elizabeth. She opened with something like... She used a Beatles line that the Beatles used on the Royal Variety performance, which is, if you're enjoying, just rattle your jewellery. And when she found out that there was a live orchestra, she was just meant to play on piano, and in rehearsal, when she found out there was a live orchestra there, she sat down with the orchestra leader and they completely rewrote the song so that the whole orchestra could play with her. So, like, she was absolutely amazing. But that's why she's dressed like that. And the reason I'm holding my hand like that against my sleeve is because I'm trying to wipe the sweat off my hand before shaking the Queen's hand.
Give it up for Adam Hills, everyone. What a great story.
I'm having an absolute ball here. Can I just say, though, I've noticed every story I've told has tailed off and you've got out of it by going, a round of applause for Adam. Give it up for Grandad in the corner.
The two songs that went to #1 in Australia in the 2000s were Wake Up in the Morning Feeling Like P. Diddy. It's TikTok. Not as cool to say these days, obviously. Did you get the other one, Zan?
I didn't get either.
Oh, it was... Did you get the other one?
Okay. We went with Friday by Rebecca Black.
It's I Don't Feel Like Dancing by the Scissor Sisters. Wake up in the morning and head and watch you down. The albums were Back to Black by Amy Winehouse. There was... Did you get this next one, Zan?
We got Back to Bedlam.
Back to Bedlam by James Blunt is correct. And did you get the last one?
Back to Basics.
That's correct. Christina Aguilera. Yeah. Christina Aguilera. The song that was turned into a story, Broden, did you... Oh, you picked up on what it was?
Yeah, it's Photograph by Nickelback, yes?
Photograph by Nickelback. Well done. Look at this graph. Yeah, great.
The confidence tells me a lot about you.
I feel like I've gotten to the age where I think I like Nickelback now.
Yeah.
I don't...
They're good.
It's like yeah, they've got some good songs.
Shit.
I'm also really into Creed. I don't know if you feel the same way, yeah. Anyway.
Creed fucking rules.
We should hang out and talk about Creed.
Yeah.
And the last one. Okay, the two hit songs. Here's the first one. Heaven is a Place on Earth.
That's nice.
What do they say? That's beautiful. The next one. Push it. Well done.
What year did Ooh Baby I Love You Way come out?
Oh, it's in the 90s. Yeah, just missed it.
Right, mark that answer sheet, total on the top box to see who it belongs to. We got 5 minutes, we'll go back into it very soon.
See this thing right here? Just letting all the ladies know what guys talk about. You know the finer things in life. Check it out. Ooh, that dress so scandalous. You know another brother couldn't handle it. Shaking that thing like who's the ish. Looking in your eyes so devilish. You like to dance all the hip-hop spots. You cruise to cruise like connect the dots. Not just her when she liked the pop, cause she was living la vida loca. She had dumps like a truck. Thighs like what? Baby move your butt. I think I'll sing it again. She had dumps like a truck. Thighs like what? All night long. Let me see that thong. That thong, the thong. I like it when the beat goes. Here we go. So scandalous. I know another brother could handle it. Shaking that thing like who's the ish. With a look in her eyes so devilish. She likes to dance on the hip-hop spots. She cruise to cruise like connect the dots. Not just her and she liked the pop, cause she was living la vida loca. She had dumps like a truck. Thighs like what? Baby move your butt. I think I'll sing it again. She had dumps like a truck. Thighs like what? All night long. Let me see that dawn. Baby, that dawn. I like it when the beat goes. Baby, let your booty show. That dawn. Come on, baby.
I've got a quick game for the audience. I've got some prizes to give away. I've got a bottle of Jameson and some beers. In a second, I'm going to get everybody to stand up. We're going to play a game of, is this a boy band or just a group of guys? So, hands on heads if you think it's a boy band, hands on your bum if you think it's just a group of guys. All right, everyone, stand up. On stage can play too if you want. It's up to you. Okay. All right, it's time to play. Okay. Remember, boy band or just a group of guys. Hands on heads for boy band, hands up for a group of guys. Okay. AJ, Nick, Howie, Brian, and Kevin. Boy band, group of guys. Boy band, group of guys. Lock it in. 3, 2, 1. It's the Backstreet Boys. Well done. Boy band. Okay. Michael, Nathan, Sean, and Wanya. Boy band, group of guys. Lock it in. 3, 2, 1. It's Boys to Men. Well done. All right. Okay. Next one. Peter, Andrew, James, John. Peter, Andrew, James, and John. Boy band or just a group of guys? Lock it in. 3, 2, 1. It's a quarter of the 12 Disciples. Guys. All right. People are doing well. Boy band or group of guys? Lock it in. Lock it in. 3, 2, 1. It's just a Taraka shadow I saw. Group of guys. Well done. Okay, people are doing quite well. Okay. Boy band or group of guys? 3, 2, 1. It's K-pop band 101. Well done. Boy band. All right, next one. Boy band or group of guys? Lock it in. 3. It's the Thai Cave Boys. Well done. Well done, it's just a guy. Bless him. Okay. Tim, Mike, and Min. Boy band or group of guys. Lock it in. Lock it in. Or 3, 2, 1. They contested the recent Brunswick election in 2022. Some guys. Okay. Tim won. Okay. Here we go. Boy band or group of guys. Lock it in. 3, 2, 1. It's the T-Birds from Greece 2. They're just a group of guys. Okay, who's still playing? Put your hand up in the sky. 1, 2, okay, 2, 3. Oh, okay. Oh, at the back, okay. We got more. Boy band or group of guys? Everyone says group of guys. It's a boy band, it's the Northern Boys, but... Do we have a winner? No. So back up, come on, we've got to do it again. There wasn't a winner. All right, here we go. Next one. Boy band or group of guys? Lock it in. Boy band, group. It's Human Nature. Boy band. Okay, well done. So we're down to 2, right? It's you and you. Oh my God. Oh, and you. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Toby, Phil, Andrew, and Mike. Boy band or group of guys? Lock it in. 3, 2, 1. It's Human Nature again. Well done. Are you still playing at the back? No? It's just you? Well done! Come see me afterwards, I'll get you a prize. Well done. And that was boy band or group of guys.
Do you still love writing these questions? Because you're very good at it.
Thank you, yeah.
You enjoy the process?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, great.
It really gets me going.
Let's give it up for Aimon Clark!
I've got a couple of extra ones. Shane, Mark, Kiana, Nikki. That's Westlife. Well done. This one.
Do you know, I worked with Westlife and when I was working with Simon Cowell in London, and they came over to audition from Ireland, and they did the audition for Simon Cowell, and Louis Walsh, who was their manager, said, "What do you reckon, Simon?" He went, "I'm just not seeing it. The guy there, Mark, he's just no good." And he was their best singer, and he said, "Get rid of him." And they went, "Oh, what the fuck are we going to do? He's our best singer." So they went back to Ireland, they dyed his hair blonde, put him on the end. Simon went over, saw them again, and went, "That's much better." Yeah. So yes, just a little bit of bleach and you're in, kids.
I'll give you an update on scores too. Team Patience, 34 points. Team Dicko, 35 points. We've still got another round to go. Simi, play us in. Thank you. Which hit song from 2003 features a chorus consisting of just the words, "You are"? Hit song from 2003 features a chorus consisting of just the words, "You are." Right, question 22 for 3 points. Which 3 characters from the Village People had moustaches? Not counting goatees as moustaches. Which 3 characters from the Village People had moustaches? Okay, this next question is going to sound a bit confusing. It's a bit to get your head around, but trust me, you'll get there. Which #1 song from 2002 tells the story of a Spanish man named Diego who enters a club and asks the DJ to play Rapper's Delight by the Sugar Hill Gang? The chorus of this song is Diego trying to sing Rapper's Delight, but not knowing English, he uses Spanish gibberish. This is the #1 song. It tells the story of Diego. Diego in the song is trying to get someone to play Rapper's Delight, but not knowing English, he uses Spanish gibberish. And Rapper's Delight goes,
I said a hip, a hop, a hip, a hippie to the hip, hip hop. You don't stop the rocket to the bang bang boogie. Set up, jump the boogie to the boogie, to the boogie to the beat. All right. All right, I've got another audio question for you. Give me the songs from the 8-bit versions. There's 4 of them for 4 points. Just the song titles. I'll play them twice. Here we go. Question 25, this is 2 answers for 2 points. Which 2 heavy songs from the early 1980s contain bell in their titles, and they start with bells ringing? There's 2 heavy songs from the 1980s contain bell in their titles and start with bells ringing. Question 26, I need you to identify the 4 artists for me. A, B, C, and D. Okay, here's the first one. Here's A. Who is that? Here's B. Here's C. I want the names of the groups, please. Here's D. So the groups, please. Alright, I've thrown in some pretty wordy questions to finish the night off. We'll see how we go. 27, this is 2 answers for 2 points. There were 2 massive songs from 1983 that feature repeated phrases that sound like an African language, but they're essentially untranslatable and meaningless. What were they? 2 massive songs, they both came out in 1983. They both feature an African language, or sounds that sound like an African language, but they're essentially untranslatable and meaningless. And there's a bit of a clue. Both songs were by writers of We Are the World. Both songs are by writers of We Are the World. It's a bit of a cheeky clue. Question 28 is another, it's a 4-pointer. Sorry, I know they're a bit heady. Identify the hit songs from their names translated into English for me. So, for example, if I gave you 99 Blues, it'd be 999 Zegloff Balloons. If I said Merry Christmas, the song would be Feliz Navidad I was looking for. A, The Beautiful Island, and this song is from 1986. What is the original title of that song? B, Slowly, and this is from 2017. C, That's Life, from 1998. And D, No Worries, from 1994. What are the songs? Alright, let's move forward. Think about that more if you need to. For 2 points, which iconic Australian bands did brothers Nick and Mark Seymour form separately? Which iconic Australian bands did Nick and Mark Seymour form separately? One of them is playing here this weekend. And question 30. In the lyrics to Can't Stop, Anthony Kiedis vulnerably discloses his addiction to what? In the lyrics to Can't Stop, Anthony Kiedis vulnerably discloses his addiction to what? I want the actual term, please. And I've got a tiebreaker for you too. Please write it down the bottom in the tiebreaker box. Just have a guess. There's no way you could know this. How many times is the word California said throughout the Red Hot Chili Peppers album Californication? How many times is California said? Alrighty. Broden. We'll start with you. I feel like you had a light bulb moment here. The song with the chorus consisting of just the words "you are."
Clocks.
Yeah, Clocks by Coldplay is correct. You guys didn't get that? Frankie, who are the village people?
Alright, we think that it's the cop, the construction worker, I reckon the cowboy. And the cowboy.
The answer is the cowboy.
Yeah!
The construction worker. And this is what they called it when they started, the leather daddy. There you go. Is it true that when you were younger you had a crush on the Native American chief and you cried when you found out they were gay?
Did Emma Holland tell you that one?
Yeah.
Not true, but pretty funny. Pretty good. Go check a show out.
Yeah, I'll take it. Tomorrow night at something. Okay, give me this. Oh, wait, no, that was wrong. Okay. Did you figure out this one, Zan? The one about the guy called Diego, hip a hop a hitty?
We don't have a strong answer. The pizza song is what we came up with. Yeah, I know. Why did you ask me?
We knew the song, we just couldn't remember the name of it.
You're close.
Lost Ketchup.
What was the name of the song?
The Ketchup Song.
The Ketchup Song is correct, yeah. I said Okay, the songs from the 8-bit versions. The first one was Lose Yourself. Did you get the next one, Broden?
We went with Linger by Cranberries.
Linger is correct. Did you get the third one?
No.
Or did you get the third one?
No, I don't think we got it.
We thought Sam was definitely going to get it.
Yeah, surely.
Shit, I'm about to disappoint you, aren't I?
It's,
Couldn't get it.
It's Jungle by Tash Sultana.
Oh!
It was one of them. We've always seen a lot of them highfalutin young people Triple J carry on. All that bloody, yeah. And then number 4, Snoopy theme.
Yeah, it's the Peanuts theme.
Yeah.
So Linus and Lucy. We got Eminem, Cranberries, Sultana, and Peanuts. It's a beautiful little trail mix.
Oh, I love it.
Going on.
Love
Thank you. For my trail mixtape for you. Okay, the two heavy songs that we were looking for were For Whom the Bell Tolls. Did you get the next one, Adam?
I believe we went Hell's Bells.
Similar sounding bells.
The Undertaker's here.
Correct, Hell's Bells is what we're looking for. The artist, Broden, what were you?
We went with 1975.
It's actually pretty good. Dicko, what'd you have?
Take that. Was it Take That?
It wasn't
No,
Take That. It was The Who. I should have put them in the boy band round. Next one, did you get that one, Zan?
Yeah, Danny Warhols.
Dandy Warhols is correct. Next one. Dissociatives is correct. And Dicko, I know you like this group.
Yeah, boy!
Public Enemy is correct. They've all done theme songs for the people on this team. There's The Who's in the Take 5 theme song recently. Briefly, My Restaurant Rules had a Dandy Warhols theme song of Spixon's fan. Public Enemy was the last one.
Nice work.
Did you get it?
I didn't get the link.
Oh, did you get the Public Enemy one there?
Honestly, Public Enemy came up and I was like, oh yeah, they do our song.
The two massive songs, Adam, while I've got you, did you know them?
Sorry?
The two massive songs with fake African gibberish.
Yeah, so we went with All Night Long, Lionel Richie.
Yeah, and the other one?
And Wanna Be Starting Something, Michael Jackson.
That's correct. Wanna Be Starting Something. And of course...
I'm glad we didn't get it. I feel better about myself. I was doing a lot of gibberish in my head, trying to find it. Don't feel good about it.
What was some of that gibberish?
No, where we had Life in a Northern Town, you know that one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no.
That's actually a fantastic answer. What did you have for The Beautiful Island?
No, no chance with these ones.
It was La Isla Bonita by Madonna. Slowly, did you know that one, Frankie?
No, I was just saying things with with a bit of an accent.
Okay.
Slowly.
It was Despacito.
Let's burn this place down.
That's Life. Did you know that one?
No.
That's that.
Did you know that one?
C'est la vie?
C'est la vie is correct. And the last one, Zan. Did you get that?
It means no worries.
Correct. It's Hakuna Matata. The band's Team Dicko. Did you get these? What was the first one you had?
Crowded House.
And
And
the other
Hunters
one?
and Collectors.
Correct. Hunters and Collectors in Crowded House. Yeah. What did you have?
We thought maybe one of them was in weddings, parties, anything.
And
starfish.
You got this straight away.
Hey,
Can't stop.
can I tell you I said it to these guys, there is a joke, the Hunters and Collectors joke. It's a very old music industry joke. What's the difference between a rhinoceros and Hunters and Collectors? In a rhinoceros, the horns are at the front and the asshole's at the back.
That's pretty good. And Broden, did you get that last one?
Shindig.
Addicted to the Shindig is correct. Right, mark that answer sheet. Tell on the top back to the team it belongs to. Double check, make sure it's marked correctly. Alana's going to whip around and collect them. We'll let you know how you went very soon.
Well,
The results are in. There isn't a tie up the top. They say California 4 times. 4 times. Patience, there you go. This has been a fantastic night. I've really enjoyed it. It's a lot to do with the crowd. Thank you so much for coming out. I really appreciate it. Can you please put your hands together for our incredible panel tonight? Adam Hill, Zan Rowe, Dicko, Broden, Kelly, R.I.P., Frankie McNair, and Patience Hodgson. Please give it up for the Brunswick Ballroom too. The staff here are incredible. And Adam and I. Sorry, separately, right before doors, the projector here stopped working, and Adam, the sound guy, ran home and grabbed another one and had it going before. So please give it up for Adam here. It's an amazing job. Right. The other sound guy will just give up. Okay. The onstage scores, the results are in. Team Patience, 46 points. Team Dicko, 53 points. Well done, Team Dicko. Good stuff. Okay, so I'm going to read out all the teams from the bottom to the top. We're going to cheer for all of them, but we're going to do music-themed cheers. So firstly, we're going to do the Blur song too. Woo-oo, we did it before. Okay, in 43rd place, Dynamic Duo. Woo! In 42nd, it's Abandonments. Woo! 41st, it's One Hit Wonders. Woo! In 40th place, Baby If I Was Premenstrual, You'd Be Dead. Woo! And in 39th place, it Smells Like Teen Spirit. Woo! Let's do the AC/DC. Oi! Okay. In 38th place, Get Dickoed. In 37th, She Ate the Cookie. 36th, Lucifer's Kittens. 35th, Susan is Loosen. That wasn't directed at you, Zen. In 34th place, The Walsh Nuts. In 33rd, Dymo. In 32nd, These Boots Are Made for Quizzing. In 31st, Max Badger Bailey Well. Let's do the We Will Rock You Stomp Stomp Clap. You know how it works, okay. In 30th, Good Question. That was good. And in 29th, King Quizzard. that was really good. In 28th, Julia's Baggage. Okay, let's do one. That was really good. That was really satisfying. And one more. 27th, it's Messy Beans. Let's do the DMX art. Okay, art. You know, it's like dog bark. In 26th, it's Stem Cells. That's good. In 25th, Aimon, Can We Have Some Beer? No. I'll give you some. And 24th, Norfolk and Chance. Let's do the Belinda Colour. Oh, baby. Okay. In 23rd, it's Slim Quizkit. Oh, baby. In 22nd, Burley Bongo Circle. Oh, baby. In 21st, it's Motley Clueless. Oh, baby. Let's do the Salt and Pepper. Ooh, baby, baby. Okay. In 20th, it's The Weak Minds. Ooh, baby, baby. You guys are good. In 19th, it's Dicko Strongos. Ooh, baby, baby. In 18th, it's Scientologists. Ooh, baby, baby. And in 17th, the Zigbirds. Ooh, baby, baby. Let's do the Blink-182. Where are you? Okay. In 16th, it's Think Quizzy. Where are you? Oh, you guys, okay, this is good. We'll do this for a bit. In 15th, oh shit, we need a good team name. Where are you? In 14th, I really like Ducks in the Park. Where are you? In 13th, Panic at the Trivia Table. Where are you? And in 12th place, it's Purple Starfish in the hot dog flavoured rain. Okay, let's go to the Red Hot Chili Peppers. California, but try and say it like him. California. Okay. In 11th, it's the Muppets. That's good. In 10th, it's Mr. Sparkle. Alright, give me the Lil Jon. Yeah. Okay. Oh no. Yeah. That's it. Okay. In 9th, it's Quiz Lemon. Yeah. Give me the Lil Jon. What? In 8th, it's Dutch Rufus and the Camilla Gorillas. What? And in 7th, it's okay. Let's do the Lil Jon. Okay. This is getting okay. It's Think 182 in 7th place. Okay. Let's cycle through them again. In 6th place, Team Dragon. Yeah. In 5th, it's Late Bloomers. What? In 4th place, it's Mamma Mia. No answers in the chat. Okay. Okay, it's pretty good. And let's do the Hey Macarena for the top 3. Okay. In 3rd place, it's Pam Pam. Thank you, Pam. Hey Macarena. In 2nd place, it's Batten Goes to Brunswick. It's his birthday. Josh Batten, it's your birthday, right? Let's just, we'll count to 3, we'll say happy birthday, Josh, and give me a cheer. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, Josh! And one more, Hey Macarena. First place, winning by 2 points with a score of 58, despite not being on the winning side. It's the Trivia Tidbitters. Well done. We always finish these nights with a bit of karaoke from Patience. Please take it away.
have a fantastic night. We'll hopefully see you next time. Thanks, man. Thank you for coming out.